go right ahead.
All right, great. Let's go.
So once I got to FTMO, I felt like okay, all my hard work I got up there. Um, I'm at my best level and whatnot. I
Was
stopped
that
doing my
was that like
basics,
your
like
first goal?
studying and everything, and then my account.
Was that like your
That
first
was my
trial?
first. No, that wasn't my first attempt trying it. It was like my fifth or sixth
Oh,
attempt.
okay, that was
That
cool,
was
bro.
the fifth or sixth attempt was me actually using good information trading.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
when I got, I was like, okay, I'm the boss now. I got this.
Nice.
Then I lost my account faster than I got it.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Then after that, yeah, when that happened, I kind of like I lost motivation. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this no more, blah blah blah.
Mm,
And
mm.
so I was just like doing something else until trading came back into my life.
Oh yeah, I
And
mean,
then
once a
yeah,
trader is always a trader, I think. Once you start trading, you just discover that the freedom behind knowing how to trade alone could be
yeah,
everything else in life, you know.
yeah,
I
definitely.
love your job also, but there's nothing like making money from trading. It's so much freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so much
And so far, I'm just trying to get back into the groove that I was once in because
freedom.
before I was placed in trades, I knew exactly where I was like I was one with the market as like you could say.
I can imagine. I can imagine. You
Yeah.
think
And
you were
so
in
I've just
the
been trying to get back my skill set that I once had. So now
same. So,
I'm
but what do you
like
think was the problem? You know,
regain all the
because
information, get back on point.
but what do you think was the
I
problem?
think was
Because I mean, you were able to pass the FTMO challenge, which a lot of
hmm
traders wouldn't even dare to start because I mean, I
yeah.
know the discipline involved. I passed a couple of them. I have my certifications also, but you know, that is not the basics. I did that so that I could talk to students that want to
Yeah.
go through that route. But if you have the capital, if you have the volume, if you have the liquidity, you really do not need
Yeah.
the problem challenges. So
hmm
what do you think was the problem? Why do you think you lost? Was it the discipline, or was it that your job, your present job was
I
getting in the way?
think I stopped trading, stopped back testing, I stopped practicing, I
Mm,
stopped doing the things that I did to get there.
mm,
Also, um, I had a girlfriend at the time that wasn't the best thing for me, and then that was a
mm.
distraction.
Oh, 100, 100.
Yeah, that
I
was a
can relate.
distraction.
I can
Yeah.
relate. Mm,
What else was there? And also time frame. So
time
a
frame.
lot of times I would find myself on the wrong time frames or just too zoomed in
Mm,
to what's going on that I'm not seeing the bigger picture.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
sometimes I get myself caught up in that little
I like that.
problem right
I
there.
like that you could diagnose yourself. See, this is the best part. Because you've
Yeah.
traded for a while, I think you can read your own psychology yourself. Because
Yeah.
I'm asking these questions because there is an approach to which different traders learn. There's an
Mm-hmm.
approach to which different traders apply. We all, once you're a trader, you have the knowledge. The
Yeah.
application is what makes the difference. The application,
Mm-hmm.
and you said time frame. So the
Yeah.
application and at a particular time frame that matches your psychology, not mine,
Yeah.
your psychology.
Mm-hmm.
So what we are going to be talking about mostly is going to be about you, your psychology. I'm going to be asking a lot of questions and use that on the chat to explain to you because after this meeting, you still have to
Yeah.
go back to the chat and apply it the way you can understand best. Now, you said
Okay.
you left trading a couple of times, you stopped back testing and all that. And you
Yeah.
cannot do that if the trading is not in alignment with your own psychology. This is the truth. If it is in
Yes.
alignment with your psychology, if you wake up in the morning, the first thing you want to do, even in bed without doing anything with your phone, you can easily tell the direction of the chart. The only reason you come to the system is when you want to place a trade and you need an actual stop loss and entry. But from just looking
Yes.
at the chart, you will be on the right time frame going forward.
Yes.
What I can promise you, you'll be on the right time frame. You would understand top-down analysis. That means checking from the bigger time frame to the lower time frame to the lowest time frame where
Mm-hmm.
be your precision time frame, where you can now enter into the trade.
Yes.
And then yeah, with that you can easily say, okay, yeah, I think I'm good to go. So
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to start with is number one, I'm going to advise you that emotionally you must be balanced. You mentioned something about your girlfriend that distracted you a bit. I can relate to this. I had a
Yeah.
relationship also before all these times, and I was wondering where the problem was from. But emotional relationships, especially like girlfriend, boyfriend, they tend to either add to your energy or they drain your energy. And in
Yeah.
trade, you cannot afford to have draining energy or any loose channel where instead of you getting on the chart and focusing, you have a loose channel where it is leaking. There's no way
Yes.
you can get the best out of your trades. It might even be because of that alone, not because you're not a better trader or not because you're not already profitable. For you to have passed FTMO challenge, I'm telling you, you are born to trade. For you to have passed that challenge, I know how hard it is for a lot of. In fact, some traders cannot even make 2% of their account ever in their life. They've never made 2%. And for you to pass FTMO challenge, you have to pass 10%. The second account 5%, right? Yeah. So the psychology of
Yeah.
passing the challenge is definitely different
Yes.
from the psychology of running the real account. I will tell you this in case you still want to go into the challenge, I'll explain to you maybe in another session if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this session makes sense to you, I'm sure you'd come back for more. But I'm going to give you my best time. I'll give you my best
Yeah.
analysis, and I hope it changes something. I want because my own joy is that you tell me that okay, yes, you're doing better now because I'm going to be following up also. I added it to the Slack the other time.
Right.
Yeah, I added it to the Slack
Yeah.
platform, which is the company platform. That is where you're going to be posting your trades. You're going to be posting your analysis. I'll be doing my own follow-up. I'll ask you
Okay.
questions. Why did you take this trade? Why did you choose this pair? Again, let me mention because apart from time frames, reading top to down analysis, one thing is also very important: choosing the right pair for the day. Are you a day trader or swing trader or a long-term trader?
The 4 hour time frame is the highest time frame I go.
Oh, that's
Um,
the highest time frame you go. So you are a day trader.
yeah,
Okay, so you are a
yes,
day trader. Okay,
yes.
so because you go on it 4 hours, if that's the highest time frame you go, does not still mean you shouldn't understand what the daily time frame or the weekly time frame should say. So I will advise you from going forward from now, you don't even have to spend time. I will show you exactly what you need to do. I will show you precisely what you need to do on the weekly, precisely what you need to do on the daily. Then you can now come to your 4 hours, read your price action, use whatever technical analysis you want to use, then come lower to 15 minutes. From 4 hours, your lower time frame should be 15 minutes. Then from 15
Mm-hmm.
minutes, your lowest time frame should be 3 minutes. Quantitatively, there has been a couple of logical reasoning behind these time frames.
Yeah.
Weekly, from weekly to daily, daily to
Mm-hmm.
4 hours, 4 hours to 15 minutes, 15 minutes to 3 minutes. If you follow these steps, I think you should put it down if you can so you don't forget. If you follow these
Mm-hmm.
steps, it will be so easy for you to get into any trade, place your stop loss. Sometimes you don't even have to take profit. I don't, because sometimes the market goes your direction very fast and you can just close it manually or you can
Yeah.
take profit also. So right now I'll be sharing my screen and going to a minute, please.
I'm still here just in case you're wondering.
100, 100. Take your time. Would you prefer the white screen or the dark background? Which of them is preferable? Would you prefer the white screen or
The white screen is fine.
the black is fine?
The white is good.
White is fine. Oh, great.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the chart. I'm going to start from the weekly. because time frame is actually much more important than understanding set one, set two. Set one, set two from Urban Forex, because I went a little bit further. I did the Unicorn program and the Do or Die program.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
you mentored there as well?
come again.
You mentored there as well?
Intraday, you meant?
Did you mentor as a unicorn pro as
Oh,
a
oh,
unicorn?
oh, oh, no, no, no. I didn't. I did it for my own educational purposes and also to mentor my own students. So I didn't get
Okay.
to mentor other students from Urban Forex. But I have a couple of Urban Forex students under me also. But that's
Okay.
privately, not because I worked for Urban Forex. So what I want to point out first is that your time frame matters a lot. Your time frame is the number one thing after choosing your currency. That is, after choosing whatever currency pair you needed to trade for that day, because you said the highest you go is 4 hours. That means you're a day
Yeah.
trader. You have to know this. You are a day trader. You don't want your trade going into another day, because for every day there's fundamental. Today's fundamental might really not affect tomorrow's fundamental, especially if tomorrow's fundamental is even higher than today's fundamental. That means there's going to be another price action and another analysis for tomorrow itself. So each time you come to the daily to your time frame like this, or to your chart like this, the first thing, even if your chart, maybe last night you forgot to close your chart and you opened your chart today and it was on the 1 minute, don't look at the 1 minute or the 5 minutes. On every daily basis, the first thing I need you to do, go to the weekly time frame and then plot this indicator on your time frame. Moving average. Moving average, and volume. Do you have volume? Those two is just okay.
Volume, yes, yes, I use volume a lot.
Good,
Yeah.
good, good, good. So moving average, you go to settings, you put one at 200. 200 moving average. So what I do is I go to style, I make the 200 moving average a little bit, the line very big, just to know that, okay, it's the big boys time frame. It doesn't matter the
Yeah.
color. You can choose whatever color that makes sense to you. Blue is my favorite color. So, and if blue is my favorite color, 200 moving average is also one of my favorite indicators. So the only indicator I use is the 200 moving average and 50 moving average. The second one will be 50 moving average. 50. I'll change that to any other color.
50.
Yeah, any other
So
color.
as you're mentioning them, I'm adding them to my chart.
Yeah, good, good. You should. I'm taking, don't take your time. It's better that way. Yeah. So
And it's smooth. You said 200.
200, the first, then 50, second moving average. When you're done, just notify me you're done so I can continue.
Okay. And then the second one is 15.
50 moving average, 200 moving average. Then your volume. Those are the three indicators I use, even as an institutional trader. Fibonacci, stochastic. I mean, they are all good if you're an indicator trader, but there's really no flex that is higher. There is no flex that is higher than being a price action trader.
Mhm.
There is no flex higher than that. You can easily tell. I mean, what we all want to do is
Yeah.
make money confidently, not to rely on any indicator. I always tell my students to be their own indicator.
Hmm.
Be your own indicator, because the indicator is always lagging. Even the moving average is lagging.
Yeah.
We are only using the fact that it's lagging to our own advantage. The 200 moving average means the last 200 candles Imagine on a 1 week. So one candle is 1 week. You know this already, right?
The weekly.
Yeah, on the weekly time frame. One candle
Mm-hmm.
is 1 week, right? So
Yeah.
we're counting 200 candles, and the line is
In the
telling
past.
200 moving average is giving us a direction of what the last 200 candles have done. So if the last
Mm-hmm.
200, if the 200 moving average is pointing upwards in this situation, you can see this two, it's pointing upwards, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's
Yes.
going from here, it's going like that, then it's already going upward. That means we are in, for the last 200 candles on the weekly, we are in an upward
Mm-hmm.
trend. Upward trend. If it was
Yeah.
coming down, then I'll show you a couple of examples where the chart is up, but the moving average is showing downward slope. That means
Okay.
that's another story on its own. But in this situation with gold, the chart is up and the 200 moving average is also showing us that it's going up, right? So in this situation, what I want you to have in mind, you are not studying
Mm-hmm.
the weekly time frame. You don't have anything to do. All you need to do on a weekly time frame is what direction is my 200 moving average showing? What direction is the 50 moving average showing? And that's all. You only want to
Okay.
know the direction on the weekly time frame, nothing more. No technical analysis, no price action. All you're concerned about on the 200 moving on the weekly time frame is what is the 200 moving average showing upward. Fine. That means I'm buying. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that means I'm buying. Don't
So I go to the weekly time frame and then I look at the direction of the moving averages.
go whatever direction is saying is whatever is going to be your bias, because that is the big boy time frame.
Got it.
Good. Um,
Maybe this could help me know when to get out of a trade too, because sometimes I would take a trade and I'll have my target take profit at the recent high, and then the trade goes like two legs more.
Thank you.
And then
Exactly. In that situation, when it
get
goes two
very
legs more,
little from something I could have held on to the entire time.
in that situation when it goes two
Yeah.
legs more, they call it aligning with the bigger time frame. That means on the bigger time frame, like the weekly, the trend is actually up. But because you didn't check the bigger time frame to know that
Yeah.
your trade is moving up, but because you didn't know what the weekly is saying, if you know for sure that the weekly is also buying, you would leave your trade. Even if it retraces,
Yeah.
you're going to be sure that this is just
Yeah.
a discounted price. In that situation, what I do is when I get a discounted price on the lower time frame, I even buy more because I am sure, I'm confident that on the weekly we
Mm-hmm.
are buying. It is the upward trend. And so I'm not even if there's a splash down, I'll show you my trade on
Yeah.
gold today. I'll show you my trade on gold today. Perfect to the pip, because I was sure. I was just waiting for the downtrend to get to a particular level, and I was like, now I have the best time. I understand
Mm-hmm.
timing. I have fundamentals behind me. I have the weekly time frame, the daily time frame behind me to tell me buy, buy, buy. So I bought heavily, you know. So after that, I will come back to that.
Yeah.
After the weekly time frame, now we said three things on the weekly time frame: the 200 moving average, the 50 moving average, and the direction, right?
Yeah.
After that, you
Yes.
come down to the
Mm-hmm.
daily immediately. You don't need more than those three things. Those three things, again, you repeat it again on the daily. It's good when you first start. I would advise for the first 3 months when you're checking the weekly time frame, make sure you get your notepad and your pen, write it down instead. Don't just assume what's the weekly saying up. Okay, I'm going to the daily. No, write it down. Weekly, 200 moving average, upward movement. Daily, 200 moving, 50 moving
Yeah.
average, up. Write it down, because when you write it down, it creates even more awareness in your brain. Because you would be having a lot of doubts when you go to a lower time frame where there's just little
Mm-hmm.
spikes. You'll be like, is this selling again? No. Once you see the weekly is buying, you are buying
Yeah.
bias. It's either, yeah, you are stuck, you are going to be stuck to that. Like you are going to be so determined that whatever power the cells are doing on the lower time frame does not concern you. In fact, it's giving you a better price. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yes.
on the daily time frame, you do the same. So on the daily time frame, I'll allow you to do this. What is it saying? This is so obvious anyway. What is the 200 moving average saying? What is the
It's
50 moving
going up.
average saying? It's going up. Now, look at the tangent. Look at the way the 200 moving average went up on the daily. Very, very, like you could see the shape was very obvious, right? Now, on the weekly, let me go back to the weekly. It's just starting.
Yeah.
I want to take my time to explain this because this is the basis. Immediately I saw time frame, I just knew where most of your problems might come from, especially because you've done this and you've passed the challenge before. So I know there's discipline. I would have started with discipline first, but I think you're disciplined enough, even with your normal profession.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be careless
Yeah.
and you be a flight attendant. I'm sure you
Yeah.
guys have a routine. Thank you. So on the
Yeah.
weekly, you can see the 50
Yeah.
moving average is very fast. The same tangent we have on
Mm-hmm.
the daily. No, the daily. Very fast. Look at that. Very fast. This is all you need to see. Okay, fast, up. That's all. I'm buying. I'm buying. It's not like, yes, you are buying,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like I'm going to be buying now. If I'm to operate on the daily time frame, I won't get into this trade because I know it is a buy on the weekly, but I will not just get into this trade right now and say I'm buying
Yeah.
because the trade might retrace to 50 moving average. It can even come down to 200 moving
Mm-hmm.
average before going back up.
Yeah. You'll wait
But
until the daily give you the price action movement,
yes, the daily gives you now. The daily also gives you
the
direction,
structure
not
before
price
you get
action.
in.
Now, don't talk about price action yet. Leave the price action alone. Just
Okay.
focus on the direction. Especially, I'm saying this because you said your maximum time frame is on the day is on the 4 hours time frame, right?
Yeah.
So leave the price action until you get to 4 hours. All you needed from the weekly and the daily is the direction. What direction am I trading? Am I
Mm-hmm.
sellers biased or am I buyers biased? And so
Okay.
far on this very product, gold, we are so far what? What are buyers right now? What our direction?
Bullish.
Bullish. Thank you.
You said
That's all you need right now on the weekly and daily.
up, bullish.
Yes, up. Yeah, either
Yeah.
bullish or up or yeah. But we are in as much you're not saying down. I'm fine. In as much you're not saying down. Okay. Okay, so I'm clearing the chart again because we are moving down now to the 4 hours. Now, from the weekly to the daily and then to the 4 hours. Ha, good. Now, imagine, how can I block this? Okay. Now, on the daily, you remember that we were, forget this is 4 hours. On the daily, the price was like at the top of this place, like at the barest top. There is no retrace. Okay.
Yeah. It
See
was
this
at the very
retrace on the
top.
4 hours. It came to the 50 moving average on the four
Mm-hmm.
hours. In this situation, this started on Monday. This started on Monday. I was in this trade. Okay, so in 10 minutes, we're going to take a break for 10 minutes. So you can do your review.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do your review, then I'll
Okay.
send another link, then we continue again. It's good this way, 40 minutes, 40 minutes. So you don't jam pack the information at the
All
same
right.
time. So let me go back to the daily again. I want to show you something.
Mm-hmm.
See what the price is saying on the daily. Top, there's no retracement yet. Right now, I said if I want to get into, even though I know this
No.
is a buy market, but I will never enter my buys right now on the daily. I will not activate any buys because it's
Mm-hmm.
way in the sky. I don't know if it's going to continue, but my best bet is I want it to come down at least to the 50 moving average. Then if it does something like this, I want to buy. If I buy here, my stop loss here. I'm certain like 70%
Yeah.
price action should go back to the top. 70%. It doesn't mean 100% it should go back because
Yes.
it might decide to come back It might even decide to come back to 200 moving average before going up. So in this whole situation, this place, all you need to do is what? Wait. You're not going to be a seller. Right now, I don't want you to sell. It's not like because you cannot sell. You can also sell, but let us make money with the big boys first. Does that make sense? Make money with big boys first. So I'll clear this so that I can show what we're saying. So I said on the daily, the price is here. The price is here. Top in the sky. No discount yet. Good. So we are going back to the 4 hours now. So the 4 hours is showing what with the 200 moving average. Don't forget, though, before you look at the discount, before you look at the price action, I want you to look at the direction first. What direction is that? So on the 4 hours, what's the moving average telling us with 200 moving average and the 50 moving average?
Up.
Up. You know why I'm asking this questions? At some instance, you will be like, the 200 moving average on the weekly and the daily will be showing you up. And when you come down to the 4 hours or 15 minutes, the 200 moving average will be showing you down. And that is to our advantage. That is a signal. That is to tell you, hold on, there is a discount in progress. There's a discount in progress. So that particular product, you have to just wait until you get another upward movement on the 200 moving average. If I'm too fast or if it is not clear, make sure you tell me so I can repeat myself.
Is that divergence?
Divergent, but a little bit stronger than divergence. It is actually called price action. This is what you're doing. Price action. The action, what the price is acting out on the screen. Price action. It's stronger than divergence. Divergence is a little bit of an indicator also. But price action is just price action. Price action is reading the behavior. You are reading the behavior of everything that is happening on your chart. Now, on the daily, we didn't have this retracement, but on the 4 hours, we have this whole retracement, right? And I said, once the price comes down to the 50 moving average, then you get ready. You know that it's a major level. Now, I want to say something very important. Now, I'm going to expand the chart because you said you're on the 4 hours. I want you to pay. Do you understand the meaning of range?
Yeah.
Range. Range is actually your best friend. Ranges.
Yes. Orders are building up.
Thank you. Where orders are building up.
Orders are building up.
Thank you. That's your best friend. That is your best friend. In this situation, where's the range? Can you tell? Okay, let me just draw it out because in another situation, in our next video, like the next one we're going to be starting, you're going to be the one to point out the range to me. Because sometimes people believe that they understand the range, but they call this a range.
Okay.
Yes, it is a range, but it is not strong enough for the 4 hours to give you a retrace. This total is a good range for you. And you can see that when the discount came down to this place, which is a level, it went straight up immediately. Now you have two things. You have a range, you have a demand, you have 50 moving average. Those are three confluences, very good confluences for you to put a lot of money. Let me show you something. I'll send it to your WhatsApp. That's for today's trade. Before this goes out, I'll send it to your WhatsApp. Then you just look at it. Should I send it from Slack? You just look at it, then okay. So this one, I was trading this with some of my students. I did the analysis first. Then I'm going to explain it to you. This was today's trade. I would explain it because it will help you, but it will be in the next video. It will be in the next
Okay. So I see the white is the 200 MA.
The white is the 200, the blue is the 50. but
Yeah.
these are lower time
Okay.
frames, lower time frames. So, but
Mm-hmm.
we're still on the same chart, This is still gold. This is gold. But I traded this in the afternoon. I went to the buys even when the 200 moving average was showing me a downward slope. But it was showing me a downward slope. I could read it that, okay, yeah, it was a
Yeah.
downward slope on the 5 and 3 minutes, on the 15 minutes also. But on the 1 week, 1 day, and 4 hours, it's still showing me an upward slope. So I considered everything on the 15 minutes, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes, all discounted price. All if you have a good money management, if
Mm.
you have a good money management, no matter how you entered on the 15, 5, and 3 minutes, you are good to go on the daily and the weekly, even on the 4 hours. You are good because even if it dipped, because you are with the bigger time frame, it will still pull back up. Definitely. This is a live this is a this is a live chart, a live account. I will send you the details. Then you see the profits we made for today. It's for the institution, definitely. Okay, I sent the video to someone. Okay, I'll send it to you also. Because we have 3 minutes, I don't want to go into. I just want us to. What we did in this video is number one, the weekly 250 moving average, the daily 200 and the 50 moving average, telling us what direction. And on the 4 hours, we talk about the 250
Mm-hmm.
moving average also, plus ranges. Now we talked about ranges and discount. I'm going to explain why this too is very important in details in our next session in the next 10 minutes. We'll go into that. But I want to send you this video so you can be motivated a bit. Just a bit, just a bit. Because it is doable, very doable. Show you, I sent you, it's a live account. I sent you a video of how we traded today, and I sent you the analysis before I entered into the trade. So you can go through this in the next 10 minutes. But don't forget what I need you to do in the next 10 minutes is this. What I will advise you to do for this next 10 minutes before I send you another link, check these videos first. When you are done, go back to the weekly time frame, maybe of another pair, because we've used the same technique to look at another pair. Whatever pair you looked at, you will be the one to explain it to me before we go into details of the 4 hours candle. Now, because the next video will be on the
Okay.
4 hours candle, but it's good we have a break so that it
Yeah.
doesn't just jump back. You understand?
Okay. So question.
Yes, go ahead.
Because previously what I would do is I will use the 4 hour time frame as the highest time frame I look at,
Mm.
and then I'll go down to look at all the market structure on the 1 hour time frame, and I'll use the 15 and the five
Okay,
minutes
so
to
you need to
enter.
stop that now first. Start with the weekly. No more 4 hours.
Start with the weekly.
Yes, the weekly
Okay.
always has more power. Sometimes the 4 hours is just on a discount.
Okay.
So you have to make sure the weekly is on your side and the daily is on your side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this one will go off in a couple of seconds. Then I'll send you the link in 10 minutes.
Okay.
If you have any questions, you can chat me up on WhatsApp.
All right.
Nice one. See you in 10 minutes.
See you in 10 minutes.